Welcome to Getting Manufacturing Jobs That Do Not Require Prior Training Prior to Being Hired. It's brought to you by the Uniquely Abled Project. The Uniquely Abled Project, we also call it the UAP, facilitates career vocational opportunities for individuals with employment challenges. We're focused on career vocational opportunities for people who have employment challenges, which could be anything: physical, mental, their history, or anything that stands in the way of them having a career job. Instead of focusing on the employment challenge, whatever it might be, we recognize that such individuals almost always have a compensating, extraordinary, unique ability. For example, those who are blind often have compensating, extraordinary senses of hearing and touch. Rather than words that point to what an individual can't do, we use the term uniquely abled individual to focus on what they can do uniquely well for a potential employer. Manufacturing is a particularly rich set of vocational opportunities for people with employment challenges. Uniquely abled individuals are frequently a perfect match for hard-to-fill manufacturing jobs. There are two programs of the UAP. For jobs that do not require training prior to being hired, we have the UAP Jobs Program, and that is the subject of this exhibit booth. For jobs that require prior training, the subject of our other exhibit booth, we have the Uniquely Abled Academies. The Uniquely Abled Academies are for jobs that do require prior training. A UAA matches the uniquely abilities of a specific population to the needs of a particular career job in demand. The existing UAAs in a 16-week free program provide training and employment placement of individuals with high-functioning autism as CNC, computer numerical controlled, manufacturing machine operators. To date, there is almost a 100% placement rate. The UAP Jobs Program is for jobs that do not require prior training. Many such jobs require tolerance for high repetition and ability to simultaneously maintain detailed focus. There are a lot of such job openings. Employers may not realize that there are populations that are good at and love such jobs. Often these jobs involve relatively simple tasks that have to be performed exactly. For example, accessing inventory, assembly, or operating a simple machine. 17% of the US population is classified as disabled. That might not sound like much, except when you translate it into 40 million people, and that number is growing. And more importantly, or equally important, their unemployment rate ranges from 60 to 90%. And those numbers haven't changed in decades. On the other side, the number one problem of most businesses is access to a skilled workforce. This was true before the pandemic hit. It's likely to be true as we emerge to whatever this new normal might be. Skilled labor, that is someone who's a perfect fit for a particular job, is likely to be even more in demand as companies focus on efficiency and being competitive. So we saw these two issues, the unemployment rate problem of 60 to 90% and the demand for skilled workforce, as being possible solutions for each other. But something's in the way of these two being solutions for each other. So what's in the way? Well, job developers may not be experienced with business focus as opposed to a charity conversation. We'll speak more about each one of these. Job developers may not have good networks of B2B companies, that is, companies that sell to other companies, which is where most of the career jobs are. Many job developers are most familiar with retail stores, which is where their consumers often get placed. And job developers and B2B companies don't know how to find each other. And there isn't a common language concerning jobs. So that's what we saw was in the way. What are we doing? So the UAP Jobs Program includes the following. We support job developers in increasing the number of consumers they place in well-paying career jobs. And you'll see how we do that. We make companies aware of the availability of a skilled workforce that matches their job openings. And we connect companies to local sources of potential employees. And finally, what's needed, even if you do all that, is establishing a common language between job developers and companies, so that if a company says, I need a 10-ton press operator, the job developer knows what they're talking about. So one of the ways we support job developers is what we call the Job Developer Workshop. And its purpose is to increase the number of consumers a job developer can place, increasing the number of consumers they place in good paying career jobs in B2B companies, and having their whole process be more efficient and effective. That's the purpose of the Job Developer Workshop. See, businesses, particularly a B2B business, is interested in hiring somebody who's able and a great fit for a need they had. That's a business conversation. The problem is that as soon as you use the word disabled, you're in a charity, not a business conversation. And businesses don't want to hire the disabled unless you're in a charity conversation. They want to hire somebody who's a fit they need. So what we say is, as soon as you use the word disabled or hire the handicapped or be a good community citizen, or even think from these perspectives, you're in a charity, not a business conversation. And your ability to place a candidate in a good career job is severely hampered. So anything other than being focused on ability and a fit for a need they have is not a business decision. It's not a sustainable solution. So to have a B2B company hire your consumer, you need to have a business conversation. So we recommend as much possible you use uniquely abled instead of disabled. It will change your thoughts, your wording, your enthusiasm, and the reaction for others, particularly a potential employer. When you integrate uniquely abled individuals into a regular workforce, the productivity and the morale of the entire plant goes up. And that is clearly something a business person is interested in. The focus of the Job Developer Workshop is on helping you place your consumers in career jobs in B2B companies. Here's the contents. The videos of the Job Developer Workshop are available for free on the UAP website. And here are the various topics. And you can see we take you through from just shifting your perspective to a uniquely abled, to what are B2B companies, how to add them to your capability, how to find the jobs that are B2B from B2B companies, and all the way through to actually getting a meeting and speaking business in that meeting. The other thing we're doing is we're making companies aware of the availability of uniquely able populations that are a great match for their job openings. So we've been making presentations to industry associations, and we publish articles in industry publications like the NTMA's record. So help companies find job developers that have good candidates. We've created source directories, and we've done them in detail for Southern California, and we've done them, as you'll see, nationally. And they're available on the UAP website, and we continue to develop them. If you have an organization that you think should be included, then please let us know. Here's a copy of the national source directory. And we also establish a common language. So if somebody, a company calls and says, I need a 10-ton press operator, the job developer needs to know what is that and what are the abilities needed for somebody to perform in that job. And again, we are creating jobs lists for various manufacturing jobs. And this is, again, available for free on the web, on the UAP website. So we invite you to contact us if you are a uniquely able individual, that is, you have an employment challenge and you're interested in a job that does not require prior training, or you and your organization provides job development services to uniquely able individual, or your organization provides vocational counseling or advisory services, or if you're a company interested in hiring a uniquely able individual, or if you're a parent or an individual interested in helping with UAP's program. We look forward to talking with you.